And now back to the Gunsmith Show with John and Jake Smith.
If you'd like to talk to John or Jake, call now, 810-743-8255.
All right, welcome back. It is the Gunsmith Show this beautiful Saturday Memorial Day weekend. I'm John.
I'm Jake.
And we are bringing you the Gunsmith Show live here in the studio, telling you about the 458 Socom rifle. You know, people say, I just got a text saying, what are you saying, 458 what? It's Socom, S-O-C-O-M, the Socom rifle. And but before we start talking about that, let me tell you one more thing about Memorial Day weekend, okay? Let's talk flag etiquette for a minute here on the Gunsmith Show. Flag etiquette for Memorial Day. You're to fly your flags at half-staff until noon and then raised for the rest of the day and taken down at sunset. Okay? Very important. Remember that. Flag etiquette for Memorial Day. Fly at half-staff until noon and then raised for the rest of the day and taken down at sunset. So everybody try to do that. That would be a good thing. Now, Jake, let's get into the 458 Socom rifle. Now,
yeah,
there's two different companies making this gun right now?
Correct.
Who are they?
Well, really, there's two.
Probably every AR manufacturer out there can make it for you.
Right. Well, there's
That's
two.
The cool thing
One's
about the
more of an extremely custom made only.
Okay.
So there's two though.
And then there's an affordable one or semi-affordable, and then there's the
yes.
custom. So you don't have to talk to the finance department before you.
Right. Yeah. Let me stop at the bank before I go to the gun store.
Yeah.
You have Rock River Arms.
Okay.
Which is a very large AR-15 manufacturing company.
They've really come on strong lately.
They have.
Too.
And then you also have Wilson Combat, which has always been just custom handguns, custom rifles,
right.
but always quality product.
Tuned. You get a lot of special forces guys use Wilson Combat, and SWAT teams will have Wilson Combat gear. It always works. So Rock River Arms, not saying anything bad about them. I don't know a whole lot about them. They've got a lot of weapons out there on the market for sale.
Yeah, Rock River has 4 different models of the 458.
Which is pretty nice.
Now, I'm just going to...
As long as it's not like Charter Arms and it has 18 different colors, but it's the same gun.
No. All right. Here's the first one of the 4. It's called the LAR 458 X1.
All right.
It has an 18-inch fluted stainless steel barrel.
Well, who doesn't need that?
Well, right. But it's been bead blasted and cryogenically treated.
Oh, well, this is just going right up my alley now.
Now, here's a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's got this really funky-looking muzzle brake, but it's called the RRA Beast muzzle brake.
Yeah.
And it's got this extended length, free-floating
rail hand guard. It's got holes in it.
These are not normal-looking ARs.
No, these are hot rods.
Yeah.
That's the thing with ARs. You can have your basic AR, or you can have one of these. It's all hot rodded up, and it's
like
beautiful.
buying. Okay, anybody can go to Honda of Grand Blanc and get themselves a little Civic for like $18,000, or you can buy the hot rodded up Civic for like $28,000. And you can go.
You just lost 3/4 of our crowd listening.
Just talking
about Honda cars.
Well, they're made in Tennessee.
How about a Mustang?
Okay, fine. You go buy a Shelby Mustang for $58,000.
Yeah,
and I'll go buy a GT for $32,000, and we'll see which one goes better.
Okay. Well, they all work.
And you just lost another half because you brought up a Mustang instead of a Chevy.
All right. Well, I'm not perfect.
If we're going to lose people because we said that, then there's bigger fish to fry.
Well, there's an awful lot of choices out there in the AR-15 market.
This 458 X1 from Rock River.
Yeah.
It weighs 8.7 pounds.
Ooh, so it's a little heavier than a normal one.
Yep. And if you want it in black, it's $1,550.
All right.
If you want it in tan, it's $1,600.
Now, is it Cerakoted or is it Duracoated?
It's an anodized coating.
Okay.
They didn't say which one. They didn't
say the brand name of the coating. We're kind of partial to Cerakoting here on the Gunsmith Show.
Well, now here's the other one. This is kind of their shorter one. It's the LAR 458 Car A4.
Okay.
They've got all these letters, but it's the Car A4 model. It's got a 16-inch chrome moly barrel.
So it's the car model. So it's
this has a standard A2 model flash hider.
Collapsible buttstock?
Nope. Standard A2 solid buttstock.
Really? I'm surprised.
It's got a varmint height gas block, so it's a little bit taller of a gas block, so you can put your own iron sights on the front and the back.
Okay.
And it's got the free-floating tube handguard.
Well, I'm surprised when they call it a car and it doesn't have a collapsible buttstock.
I know.
That's kind of odd.
I know.
This one weighs a little less.
It does. 7.6 pounds, and the cost is a little less too. It's $1,220.
These
one's
are
made-
MSRPs.
Yeah, MSRP. So this one's really just made for iron sights to have fun.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could put a red dot on something like this for
You
hog
could.
hunting to be perfect.
Now here's the
Be a lot
second
of
one.
fun.
It's called the Car A4 Low Pro.
Ah,
Low Pro.
low
It's
pro.
essentially the same as the Car A4.
But it has
but-
a low profile gas block, so it's designed more
There
for.
is no forward mount for a forward sight.
So this is going to be an optics only.
Optics only rifle.
Okay.
It's actually a little bit heavier,
Yeah.
but the cost is basically the same too.
Yeah.
You're at $1,240.
And again, this is for the Rock River Arms Car A4 Low Pro.
Right.
Low Pro was always a name that DPMS used
Oh,
in,
really?
in the A4 market. It was their low Picatinny railed heavy barrel round tube.
That's what
forend.
this is.
Okay, so it's probably to go right along that same line.
So, and it weighs 7.8 pounds,
All right.
and it's it's the 458, but it's in that smaller, compact rifle. Now, here's the last one that Rock River offers, and I like this one just because of the name, and I think you'll get a kick out of the name too. It's the LAR 458 Beast, as in beast. And that's just what the gun is, and it's a beast.
All right.
It's got a 14.5-inch chrome moly barrel.
Now,
Now, you're going to say,
Yeah,
wait a second,
yeah.
that's less than 16. But they have,
well, let's explain.
they have,
16 inches is the legal limit for a rifle to have a barrel.
correct.
Unless
You've done what Rock River's done, and you screw and weld their beast muzzle brake to it, which makes it just a hair over 16 inches.
Okay, so legally you're covered.
Exactly. Now,
Right.
they have a full-length, free-floating, really sweet-looking custom aluminum handguard that goes out almost parallel to the end of that flash guard,
Yeah.
flash
So-
hider.
It goes almost all the way out to the end of the barrel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, it
Good
goes all the
looking.
way out. So it's very, very interesting looking. And it has that collapsible stock.
Now, there you go.
So this has that car collapsible stock on it.
Okay.
It has all the bells and whistles. It looks like you could just stick it through a door. It's got all the serrations on
Well,
it.
it's perfect. I mean, it is one of those. It would be one of those monster entry guns, and
Yes.
I bet you there are probably some
I'm sure there are some police
SWAT units
departments
that have this gun just for that.
Yep.
So it's at 7.6 pounds.
Yep.
And it costs $1,500.
And you know what?
That's your MSRP on it.
Looking at the difference between this and the car model, even the first one, the X1,
Yes.
this one's just cool. I mean, if you
Well,
had to
and-
pick a cool looking gun,
A lot of times that's where, guys might get their federal income tax return back and they said, I'm going to buy that one gun that I'll never forget and nobody else will either. It'll be the one that everybody goes, what is that at deer camp?
what is that? Well, that's what this is, folks. It's the 458 Socom in the Beast.
Very interesting.
I think it's just awesome marketing wise for them to call the rifle the Beast.
Well, I agree. Now, as a hand loader, I must say, it is imperative that you stop and pick up your brass when you fire this weapon. Save it, even if you don't reload. Save it.
Now, let's say you've already got the lower receiver,
Okay.
or you want to put together a 458 rifle yourself. Rock River offers all of the components to build one yourself.
So you can buy your upper.
You can buy the Beast upper, or you can buy the X1 lower, or you can buy a DPMS lower and put your Rock River Arms upper on it. Or you've already got a lower from your Colt and you want to change it up to a different caliber. Just pop the pins, you can buy an upper through Rock River.
Very interesting.
They offer all the upper receivers. The 458 does require a new bolt for the
Right.
caliber.
Right.
So you need
Usually when you buy a complete upper, it has the bolt and everything in it. So hopefully I'm sure it's true with this one as well.
Now, what they offer, though, too, is the little components. You can buy their full-length rails,
Yeah.
hand guards. You can buy all those through Rock River. And you can also buy the different muzzle brakes they make as well.
So the 458 SOCOM.
I want to put a 458 muzzle brake on the end of my AR 556 Just so
Why?
people look at it like, my God, that hole is massive. Yep,
Well,
folks, that's the old 223.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty interesting gun. I'm going to have to get my hands on one and take a look at it and see what I think. I've seen the ammo.
Yes.
The ammo is
There's some pictures of the
phenomenal
ammo
looking.
on our Facebook page. It's different.
I held
It's-
a box. I held a box of. I thought it was buffalo boar or something. but,
The brass for the 458 Socom is only made by Starline Brass.
oh, really?
It's proprietary just to them.
Okay.
Wilson Combat makes some custom ammo for it. It's got a blue tip on it.
Yep, I've seen that.
It's Wilson
That's
Combat.
the one I saw. So it must be Wilson
A
Combat.
couple other, and that's that Barnes bullet is the blue tip.
Okay.
A couple other companies make it. One is called the Southern Research Component Manufacturing Laboratory.
Yeah.
It's a different company altogether that makes it.
All
But
right.
there's a couple different companies that only make this ammo.
Well, the ammo that's out there is designed for specific use. I think just about any of it would be designed for hog hunting.
Yep.
Any of it would probably work fine for deer hunting, and this is the time of year you want to start thinking about this, guys. If you want to go hunting this fall with one of these guns, order it now so that you can get it in,
Right.
and start acquiring your ammunition so that you can get to the range, get it sighted in. That's what this time of year is for. Finally, we got good weather, good enough to get out to the range. It might be a little soupy out there when you're walking on the range, but you got good enough weather to get out on the range, do some shooting, and honestly, I'm almost at that point where I'm tired of shooting handguns. I really am. It's just been a winter of shooting handguns, and I'm ready for days on the range.
Yeah. Now, before we go to break, I just want to remind everybody you can always go to our Facebook page,
Yes.
The Gunsmith Show. Find us online on our website, thegss.com. Capital letters don't matter. They just don't. Thegss.com. Send their email, shooter@thegss.com. Capital letters do not matter anymore, folks.
Okay.
So don't worry about those.